They say if you ever see the black lantern burning in the woods of Marlowe County, you should run. Not walk, run. Because the one who carries it ain't human. I never believed the story until that night, until I followed the light. It started when I moved into my grandfather's cabin after his death. Old man Jenkins. Folks around town whispered he went mad, talked to shadows, kept the windows boarded. I always thought it was grief after Grandma passed. But after inheriting that place, I realized something was wrong the moment I stepped in. The air inside didn't feel abandoned. Felt watched. Grandpa's journal lay open on the kitchen table like he'd just been reading it. The last entry read, "The lantern moved again. Closer. It's calling my name now. I should have left right then. But curiosity's a damn disease." That night, the woods were too quiet. No owls, no crickets, just wind brushing dead leaves. Then around midnight, I saw it from the window, a black lantern, burning cold blue, swaying between the trees. Not on the porch, not near the path, but deeper, where no one should be. My heart thudded like a drum, but I grabbed my flashlight and coat. I wasn't scared. Not yet. I just wanted to know who the hell was messing around my land. As I walked into the trees, the temperature dropped like I'd stepped into a freezer. My breath fogged up. The light in the trees moved slow, never fast, like it was waiting for me. I followed. I don't know why. Maybe some part of me thought Grandpa was still alive. The deeper I went, the more the forest changed. Bark peeled from trees like rotting skin. The ground grew soft, almost wet, like it had been soaked in something foul. My flashlight flickered, batteries full. Still, it dimmed as if some force was draining it. Then I heard it. Clink, clink, clink. Chains. Not loud. Just enough to make my hair stand. The light disappeared behind a dead oak, and I crept around, heart pounding, and I saw it. A man, no, a thing, stood holding the black lantern. Face hidden beneath a wide-brimmed hat, soaked coat clinging to a grotesque, bony frame. His skin gray and blistered, but the worst part, he had no eyes. Just gaping sockets that dripped shadows like blood. And that lantern, it wasn't lit with fire. Inside swirled screaming faces, pressing against the glass. He turned toward me, didn't move, just looked. Somehow, despite having no eyes, he saw me. Then he whispered, "You came too close." I ran. I didn't think. I just ran. Branches tore my face. I didn't care. I had to get out. But the forest wouldn't let me. Trees shifted. Paths twisted. No matter which way I turned, the light always showed up ahead, swaying, waiting. Then I saw something worse. Grandpa, hanging upside down in the trees. Eyes open, mouth moving. No sound. His body was rotting, but still alive. Trying to warn me, the lantern keeper stood beneath him, raising that cursed light toward Grandpa's face. As the glow touched him, Grandpa screamed without sound, his skin bubbling, eyes bleeding. I threw a rock. Idiotic, I know, but it passed through the keeper like smoke. He turned to me again. That voice, ancient and wet with death, groaned. "You were marked the night you entered the cabin. You followed the flame. Now you're part of it." Chains exploded from the ground, wrapping my legs, dragging me forward. The lantern pulsed. My flashlight shattered in my hand. And suddenly, I wasn't in the forest anymore. I was in a cellar. Cold stone walls. Bones scattered across the floor. Dozens of lanterns hung from the ceiling, each holding a screaming soul. I could see their faces, their eyes begging, and I realized one of them was Grandma. The keeper stepped out from the shadows. No longer silent, he spoke in tongues, words I didn't know, but they tore into my skull like claws. I fell to my knees. Blood leaked from my nose. Then he lifted the lantern and everything went black. When I woke up, it was morning. I was lying just outside the cabin, face down in the dirt. The forest behind me silent again. But something was off. My hands, they were covered in ash. Inside the cabin, everything had changed. The walls were lined with carvings, symbols I hadn't seen before. And in the middle of the living room, resting on the table, was a lantern, black metal, cold to the touch. I tried to get rid of it, threw it in the river, burned it, buried it miles away. Every time it came back, sitting on the table, lit with that same pale flame. At night, I hear whispers through the walls. Grandpa's voice, Grandma's, others I don't know. They tell me not to follow the light again, but I can't help it. Some nights, I see the glow out there, deeper in the woods, and it calls to me. So if you ever pass through Marlowe County, and you see a cold blue lantern swaying between the trees, don't follow it. Don't go near it, because that light doesn't lead you out. It leads you in, and once you see the black lantern, it never stops looking for you.